Hello and good morning. Today I'm going to talk about perpetual energy expansion. Now, I came up with this theory and this idea because of all these people out there creating these electromagnetic generators and machines. I guess there's a big machine that they created years ago. You probably never heard about it. An EBM machine, which creates energy from magnets, and I guess the amount of energy that's created multiplies itself. So it's energy. Okay, it's not created energy. It's already existing energy that it is in some way multiplied. Okay, I can't explain exactly how, but I guess it's that because these things rotate and increase the speed of the magnetism or something. I can't explain it in full detail. I just know that it's done with magnets, and that it produces an input of 5 or greater. In other words, it increases its energy. It expands its energy from one point to another point 5 times greater than when it started out. Now, I thought about this whole thing, and I thought about maybe it can be applied to many other types of energy. You know, it applies to magnetic energy and electrical energy. Who's to say we can't convert other energies? I'm not talking about fossil fuels and stuff like that. I'm talking about other energies that exist, like plasma and other things that we come up with, and actually be able to multiply the output of an energy. It's a sitting energy, a still energy. In other words, not something that's produced, something that's already existing, and take that energy that's already existing and expand it in such a way that the output is far greater than when it started out. Now, I thought about this, and I thought about other ways that it might be able to be possible. Instead of splitting atoms to create, mass amounts of energy, what if we took the electron field, the orbit of the electron around these, atoms and stuff like this, neutrons. I studied this in school, but I'm a little outdated in my understanding of it. But I know it pertains to atoms, and then the atoms have an atomic weight, and each atom, depending on what the material is made out of, has a different ratio of speed as far as the activity of it, molecular structure, or whatever you want to call it. What if we could speed up the orbit around these neutrons? I believe what they're called. Electrons is the thing that goes around, it spins around at the orbit. Okay, I guess a better way to explain it is, because I know a little more about the planets. Okay, we go around the sun. Okay, there's a gravitational pull, and we swing around the sun, and our Earth itself rotates on its axis at a certain speed. What if we were able to increase the speed at which these things rotated? But I'm talking now pertaining to energy. I'm using the planets as an example. If we could increase the speed of these things, the rate at which they are agitated or whatever, without splitting the atom, without causing a nuclear reaction. Instead, maybe manipulate the atoms in such a way that they change or they increase in their energy output, instead of trying to split the atoms and creating a mess, because it's toxic to humans and it's toxic to the planet. Radiation is. What if we can manipulate atoms in a different way than splitting them? Maybe increase their output without having to split them. You know what I'm saying? Like, okay, I gave you for an example. I'm gonna give you another metaphor. Okay, you're on the playground. You know how kids play on this thing that they spin around? Okay, like a merry-go-round type thing. They spin around and kids get on it and they go around and around. And then you have another kid nudging it to go a little bit faster. Nudging it to go a little bit faster. Why can't we apply that same principle to atoms? To increase their output without having to split them. If we can do this with magnets, where we can create the electrical output be far greater than when it started, without any outside forces, like energies that we have to create that are destructive.